Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra's Lair. I'm your host, Larry, the delectable Chupacabra man, and we're doing something rather new today. Yep, we're going to be reviewing an app. This one is all about making those selfies that the young people so very much enjoy. So, I've not done, like, an app review, or at least, like, I've done software tutorials on the channel before, but I haven't done an app review. But they do enter my email once in a while, and I thought this one was interesting just because selfies continue to be a huge trend in social media. People are getting hit by trains every day, taking them. So why not find an app that kind of takes the tediousness out of some of selfie taking or selfie editing so that you don't, get hit by quite as many trains. So Solo Selfie here is an app that lets you automatically crop out your delicious face so that you can add cool sort of Instagram-y effects to it without having to worry about how all that stuff works. So we've got a couple features here. We got photos on this side, and I do like it when I'm in the app itself because it makes pointing stuff out so much easier. I don't have to edit this stuff in later at all. But so I can put stuff here in photo, or it also, just like Instagram has started to do, you can go over here and you can take a video so that the whole thing looks spiffy, and you can make like a music video where you're like, or something. I don't know. That certainly will not get remixed, and I won't regret that later. But I'm going to turn on this feature here, which is, it's like a grid, because when one is taking a picture of oneself, they have to make sure that they get their best side. Yes, let me sneak in here and... Ooh, perfect. That's exactly what I want to see at the end of the day. So, Solo Selfie allows you to pick a preset here, and there's a lot of funky looking ones. But first, let's just take a look at them. This is a preset where it cuts out the background behind me, and even some of my shirt, and puts like an almost modernist dot grid behind my face. And then I can go into the portrait feature, and I can dial back my face so that I don't get like grayed out, or I gray out more. And then I can also go to the background setting, and I can filter in how big these weird sort of circles are. It's almost like a color halftone effect, where, color halftone, that's what they use to print on like magazines and really old comics. It's where they use a blending of dots to save ink so that the whole page isn't dripping when you buy it. I don't necessarily like this one though, but what we can do is I can cancel out of that, and we can go down here, and let's grab the dude. And then we'll select, there is a way, I'm not always sure how to get it to work with some of these settings. Like, I believe, which one was it? This one. Some of these allow you to mix and match some of the effects with other effects so that you get all sorts of stuff. So if I go to like background, one of these settings, there we go. So if you hit the settings button, you can adjust these either or way, and you can mix and match the different effects. So maybe I want to be green with a pixelated background, and then for the background, what do I want here? I could go rainbow if I was going to post on Tumblr, or I could go with XY, and you can just kind of turn these effects on or off. And then you can kind of mix and match the different effects here, and it's all just making a weird selfie that you or your friends are taking. But I'm actually going to back out of that. I'm going to go back to, let's see, what looked like not a demon. Because some of these, depending on your surroundings, are going to look a little bit demonic. And sometimes that's what you want if you want to be fun and goofy. So I've got this, and my background is the dots. So that is the CR. And I can go with a pixelated background, and I can dial that in bigger or smaller so that it's kind of taken my chair with us now, too, for some reason. You can see my chair. That's weird. And then I can go to my portrait, and then for my portrait, I'm feeling blue today. Abba-dee, abba-die. Oh, it's just making me blue. Let's go back to the green one. This is the one that lets me be like a Teletubby so I can live out my fantasy about living with Pooh and La and the demon sun that judges me from on high. And once we're done with this creation, we can click OK. And then we can go to Next at the top. And then Solo Selfie lets you share this with all of the standard social media platforms. Now, I'll be honest with you. Really, these apps are only as good as the filters that they offer for you. And whoa, my camera needs to reset. Hello, okay, that's really bright. Not really sure why. These apps are really only as good as the filters that they provide. So if you didn't see anything when we were clicking the button down here, then, well, you're just going to be, well, up a creek without a paddle, so to speak. So, I mean, it's the same reason I didn't particularly care for Instagram, is because if you're not using the filters, I might as well just take a picture and upload it later with my big camera, which isn't here, but, you know, cell phones like this now, these can all take raw photos if you're fancy, so why not just take a good photo and not use Instagram, because Instagram's kind of poopy. But let's check out the feature that I really liked that is a little bit more advanced than Instagram. You can click here to the video, and much like Instagram or Vine, so long as you're, well, I guess Vine did it first, so long as whenever you're holding this button, it takes the video, but not when you don't. So you can be like, and then you can be like, yay, I've got a video, and go next. And this is where having a slightly slower iPad or Android device, because this is eventually coming to Android, is really gonna kind of kill your usage. So if you have an older device, this might not necessarily be for you, because it takes a good while for these videos to process. And also older iPads and stuff are not gonna have really sweet cameras. Mine's all right, but I had to really light up my office so that this didn't look like a pile of bricks. In fact, I might actually go back and make a shorter one, just for the sake of not sitting here for an eternity. So let's delete that. Get out of here, you. Yes, discard that. So, yeah, let's turn off the rule of thirds, because I don't really need the rule of thirds here. And we'll take another video like, hello world. And that's not creepy at all, I promise. And then we'll go next. And this will have sound, I'm sure, after it's done blinking at us. This is the logo, of course. And now once it's loaded, here's my beautiful face. And we can start to filter it with the first clip, and then you'll see kind of what it does live and in person. So let's get a weird one. Let's get Slater, and then let's go to the background, and let's go to settings. And then for background, I want a weird and crazy alternate realm background. The green one, the red one. Nah, I don't like the red one. God, gosh, there's a lot of... Do you see how many filters you get when you go into the deeper settings? So RGB. What does RG Bizzle do? It doesn't for Rizzle My Grizzle, but this is... Where was I using before? This is CR, and this is like a hatch pattern. And if I hit play, which I can do after I hit the check mark, I can go up to the corner. Hard to see, but it's in the upper right corner. And then you can play, and then it'll do weird alien things to your face. Now, I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed you can't add, like, clip art to your face or your video as you're watching it, but, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. So, I mean, this is an app that's only going to be good if you want to kind of screw around with some of these filters, and some of them are pretty decent. Some of them, like this is just like inverting the image, so some of these are just kind of like your first time playing around in Photoshop. I kind of would have preferred if they had more stuff like this one, because this one, it's clean, and it's kind of modern, and it won't leave you wanting for more stuff. So why is it not letting me... There it goes. So this is cool. Like, you can see it moving around. You can see the little dots moving. Whoa, that's weird. Why did it do that? You can see the dots moving around and everything. But some of these other ones are a little funky. Like this one is putting like a cell shading effect. This one would be nice for outdoors. This is Fireman. This is Shaka Laka. This one is not bad either. So I'd say this is a fair app. It's not blowing my socks off by any means. But if you want to take selfies and you want to add like a quick color effect or just a quick effect that you have more control over, or if you want to quickly take a video and add a bunch of crazy kooky effects, then Solo Selfie might be the one for you. Let me turn that off. So yeah, this is an app that it's all right. It's not blowing my socks away, and I don't think, unless you can have like an app that automatically photoshops you into Gandalf, I don't necessarily know that a selfie app is going to do that for you. But I think this is kind of cute, and it's got like some decent tools to make it easier, and it's coming to Android soon. I need to get a sip of water. Eventually, I'm going to figure out what my cat is doing behind me, but that I will leave for like 5 minutes from now. So, in conclusion, Solo Selfie's okay. It doesn't have a lot of particularly great mind-bending features or filters, but it's like Instagram and Vine did one thing well, and that's give you cheap filters, and these ones you can customize, so it's going to be up to you to be creative with it, and it's free. So what's not to love about that? Yeah, I mean, I think it was kind of cute, but if I was taking a selfie, I'd probably just take a selfie. But if I wasn't, I would use that one filter that I like, which is, this one. Actually, where is the one that cuts you out? Is it? Oh, there it goes. The filter takes a moment to process my beautiful face. It's an overwhelming face. I know. So yeah, that is Solo Selfie. If you see something you like, then it'll work out for you. If not, who knows? And I'm not going to do a terrible lot of these app reviews, but some things that I find in common culture or pop culture or social media, something that's very popular to be used by a lot of different people, I may investigate in the future. Things like I got a bunch of video player apps, and I don't know, like, you guys watch me on YouTube. I don't know how many video player apps you really are looking for on mobile devices. I mean, if you've got VLC Media Player, that's basically all you need. But again, in conclusion, this is an okay app. Doesn't blow my mind, but it does the job. And it does it pretty effectively, even on older equipment. It just takes you a little bit of time. So it's just going to depend on whether or not you like the camera attached to your device. This one's kind of old. I probably wouldn't use the front camera a lot, but the back camera on this sucker is great. You can't spin it around and do stuff at the same time, because that would be my computer screen, or that computer, or that. There's too many computers in this room. But it's Crazy Pants McGillicuddy. So, yeah, check it out if you're interested. The links are in the description. And until next time, I've been your cool cryptid host, man, Larry the Chupacabra. Hope you guys have a great day, evening, night, pan-dimensional adventure. I'll catch you next time. Toodles, everybody. Bye. Where is the cat? Okay, the cat is not trying to overthrow me.